Hi guys, and welcome back to another Dot Race video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 4, and we are an official BMW test rider, so we're going to be doing the test riding challenges here today in today's video. And I'll tell you what, I really like these test rider stuff, and I only have one more left now. I've not actually covered every single one of them on the channel, because I think I did a lot of them offline just by myself. I recently did the KTM one, and I recorded the video, but unfortunately I lost it, so maybe I'll redo that at some point. But the BMW one is the last one I've got to do until the Harley Davidson. That is the only one I've not gained enough affinity for, and to be honest with you, I don't really like any of the Harley Davidson bikes in the game, but I'll still power through so we can get the whole collection of test riding teams, because I really like these sort of objective style stuff. And of course this one on the BMW S1000RR, which you're going to see a lot of in today's video, we're doing the speed traps. And of course the speed traps used to be bugged really badly. They don't seem to be too bad here today, and we seem to be doing absolutely fine. And also, I do apologise if my voice seems a little bit off in this one. It sounds okay right now, but deep down it's killing, because I just did the Silverstone video. So if you didn't see the Silverstone video, I would highly advise you to check that whenever you get a chance, because it was absolutely awesome, and it killed my throat. So I'm trying to record a couple of videos on the same day, as I usually do. But as far as the official BMW test rider goes, absolutely awesome. We're going to navigate the last couple now, and then it'll be a simple case of speeding towards the finish line and finishing in great style, quite comfortably on board the BMW. So to nobody's surprise, you are going to see a lot of BMWs in this video, so I hope that isn't a problem. And of course you are going to see a lot of the Nürburgring, which I don't think is a problem, because I think the Nürburgring is a brilliant track. I do very much enjoy riding here, and even watching action unfold in real life in this brilliant track. Now the last time I was here in the Nürburgring GP was actually on Rims Racing, and I do believe I covered it in the game, but if I didn't, I guess you didn't see it. Well, that isn't actually too far away from it. That's relaunch day. And that comes out next month, of course, so if you're interested in Rims Racing, check out that video. But for the time being, we are doing Ride 4 once again. It does feel great to be back on Ride 4. I do find Ride 4 is a lot more casual than MotoGP 21 is. MotoGP 21 seems very serious. Also, my content is very serious to it as well, in the sense of commentary and dedication to the channel. Ride 4 has always been a little bit more casual, and for that, I think I preferred Ride 4 for the majority of the time. I do absolutely adore MotoGP 21, especially the commentary for the career mode, which has been absolutely awesome. If you haven't seen any of my MotoGP 21 commentary in the sense of the career mode, I would highly recommend you check it out when you get the chance, because I would imagine you're not going to be disappointed. I like to think it's very lifelike, and I do give 120%. I give absolutely everything to it, and of course I always have done in Ride 4 as we now navigate the final corner. Usually when I touch that last bit of rumble strip there, I always tend to go a little bit beyond and touch the green, but that time we didn't. So what do you know, back on the BMW S1000RR, and back in the Nürburgring GP for this time's event, which is of course a track day special. Now I like the track days. It's rather funny to overtake riders who are just so slow, but at the same time it always makes me laugh to think that if you were doing a real track day and some guy just like sped past you at the speed of light and trying to chuck it up on the inside and make manoeuvres, he would probably have you a little bit concerned. I think you can do that, but I'm guessing the slow ones need to be shown the blue flag. Unfortunately, I've never had a track day, so I've never witnessed it or never encountered such greatness. But going around the outside of this particular rider here, we've got a more of a bonus 2 minutes to tackle 9 riders. Absolutely fine and dandy for me. I do really like these though. It gives it a little bit of a change, and recently the DLC updates and things like that, the actual DLC content is just simply a couple, like 1 lap here, 1 lap there, and then 5 lap races. That's it. They don't seem to be very creative anymore, and I kind of miss the early part of Ride 4, doing particular challenges, doing particular objectives. It was just that little bit more fresh and unique, rather than just doing 5 laps race here and then a 1 lap race there. And of course, speaking of DLC, just 2 days ago, Thursday, we did just get a brand new DLC pack, and apparently this one is the Street Kings Premium pack, so of course you have to pay for it. You expand your collection with 5 Street Kings and find the new events and achievements. There you go, that's all I know from this one, because I'm actually recording this on the 7th, so I am actually recording this on Wednesday, the day before the eventual DLC pack came out, and at some point I'm going to be covering that, as we have a couple of riders ahead of us who crashed, and where we go, we're past. So now time for the big cheese, the big challenge of today's video. I guess more so at the beginning was just sort of relaxing and chilling out, but now it's the Nordschleife, and if you want to learn some pointers, I'll try and give you some assistance around this lap. But for the time being, we go into turn 1. Make sure you avoid the left-hand side of the track there, because there is a bump and it was, oh my goodness, it catches you off guard if you're not paying attention. So stick onto the right-hand side before you enter turn 2. Well, this is still actually turn 2 or turn 1. I don't know, the graphic on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen still says turn 1. But once again, on board the BMW S1000RR, I really wish we could have the leathers for this bike, because I really like the look of it. I really like the leathers. We don't get a chance to have them, and I don't know why, because the leathers in the test riders always look good. So I thought that'd be a nice sort of indication of this is what you could also achieve if you do the test riders. It would give it a bit more of an incentive to do them. But now going through the very, very fast part of the Nordschleife here for turn 5. Holding onto the left-hand side, full throttle there, but now we need to release it just a little bit. Go over the jump, make sure the bike is parallel, make sure the tyres are parallel, make sure that this bike is going over there straight. If you move a little bit going over that little bit of a jump, it's good night Vienna, and you'll never probably be seen again, because that is a horrific place to crash. Touching the rumble strip there after going underneath the sign. Now onto the left-hand side, move a little bit to the right, move a little bit to the left, as if you were shimmying and dancing at the same time. Now into the very, very fast part. The bike is wobbling, it's weaving, just slowly, slowly, slowly bring it down. Bring the brakes on nice and gently and controlled, and you can slow the motorcycle down into that particular section. If you continue to throttle in that part, you'll start feeling the bike just going when it's gone. That's how quick it can go in that particular corner. I don't know if you want to quote that, but there you go. Feel free as we now go into this another fast section. Braking hard for turn 11. Keep a nice tight apex there, then straighten the bike out as you reach the next rumble strip and back onto the left-hand side. We'll be covering the Nordschleife in greater detail at some point. I just don't know when I'll get the chance to do it, because of course I'd rather like to break it down into nice small chunks for you, because this is a absolutely monumental task of doing this track here. And it's rather surprising to be in the official bike testing group of any bike. It seems quite... This is a big challenge on some really easy challenges just a moment ago. No sort of race, it's just a simple case of here's the Nordschleife. So now into the left-hand side for turn 13. Nice tight apex there, but follow the racing line. You can see the heavy, heavy dark patches on the track from a lot of tyre burning and tyre rubber on the track. Now onto the left-hand side for turn 14. Nice tight apex, and you run it into the rumble strip just to get that V-shaped line to set you up for the next couple of corners. Difficult corner for turn 14. Follow a similar line going into there. Make sure you don't heavily brake at any point. Gentle and controlled braking as always. You brake into that corner quite hard and you'll find it going as we touch the rumble strip and almost died! Lord almighty, that was a bit close. As we go into turn 15 now with... probably a little bit less body fluid in ourselves, but right now that was quite scary. So we just need to compose a little bit, get into the apex here, but not too tight because there's a little bump there. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but there's a little bump there that can just force the bike just to drop and be unsettled, so do be careful. Don't go full throttle around this particular section. I'm roughly going 90 to 95%. You can kind of see on the graphic in the bottom right corner of your screen, it does sort of bounce a little bit from being 100% to 95. Just be careful, just be controlled with the throttle. Of course, 100% throttle applied is very, very skittish for the bike, so do be careful. Try not get the bike unsettled in such tight corners and at such fast speeds. Now braking quite early here for the rumble strips. Didn't even see them materialise. Went quite early, quite on instinct on that one. You can brake quite late on that one, but I would say as the bike sort of lifts up the hill, just drop the brakes on there just to slowly bring you into a gradual halt. This is all about being controlled. The Nordschleife is not about just going gung-ho. It's about being controlled and taking it smoothly. It looks aggressive. It looks like I'm absolutely ragging the hell out of this BMW S1000RR, but it's quite the contrary. We are quite comfortable together. We are working together in one cohesive unit. The bike is being fair, and I am being fair on the bike. Yes, I know this is a video game, but I take it very seriously. I'm very passionate about my riding in Ride 4 and even in MotoGP. But onto the left-hand side we go, just briefly, and then we'll try and get onto the right-hand side here. Gentle braking into the right-hand side there for turn 21, and then hold it in nice and tight apex. Line it up for the right apex, and there you go. Beautifully done. Brake early here, roughly, as you see that red line on the floor, some drawing or some name, of course. If it's red, brake on that part. As we now get into the left-hand side once again, nice tight apex, gentle on the acceleration. Bring it to the right-hand side, a little bit of trail brake going in there. Line it up on the rumble strip. Don't ride the rumble strip. I found out that isn't really a good idea, so try and avoid that if you can. You can touch the outside of the track there, just beyond the white line. It's usually quite okay, and it's quite safe to do so. But going into the right-hand side now, this is a very difficult part of the track that I always get wrong, and I've made a little bit of mistake there as well. be very, very careful. Go wide to the right and then bring it in nice and tight for the apex. It's a very difficult corner there because it's completely blind. The same can be said here for this one on the left. Be gentle with that bump. Be very, very careful with that bump. You've seen that it just occurred to me there. You go over the rise, the bike just literally wants to brake, but it has nothing to brake upon because the track has just disappeared. Be very careful going into that particular section. Just take it gentle, take it slower than I did just going into that corner. We just survived. You might not be so lucky, so be careful. So now onto the left-hand side for turn 29. You can ride the rumble strip on that one, but again, it is off camber a little bit, so it will sort of chuck you around a bit. Nice tight apex for turn 30, and then bring on the acceleration, because we're going to get to the most exciting part of the track in a moment, as we get onto the right-hand side. Still using those deep grooves into the tarmac. You see the rubber that's been left down, that's where you want to follow nice and tightly, and then it is full systems go. R2 pulled into the max. RT if you're on Xbox, pull it into the max and absolutely go for it. Let's see if we can reach 200 miles per hour on this magnificent motorcycle. We'll roughly top around maybe 197, 198. We're still pushing. Can we get to 198? Doesn't seem to be. 197 seems to be the only thing in our future right now. But onto the left-hand side after going underneath the sign. Beautifully done. Maintaining a lot of power there. Full throttle still and all the way down to the end. And there you go, guys. This is pretty much the Nordschleife. Bring it in nice and calm. Be gentle. Bring it in into turn 35 for the last couple of times, or at least the last time of this particular video. Get onto the right-hand side and go for it. Be gentle in acceleration because there is no anti-wheelie for me. And there we go. Test has been passed. And then the AI crashes. So guys, as always, thank you very much for watching the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment and subscribe. We managed to beat the Nordschleife by 23 seconds. So if you fancy a challenge, why not have a go? But guys, upon that note, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys, and ciao for now. Oh, hi. Didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more Dot Race content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now, with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single Dr. Ace video.